I have a question for you guys. When did you guys meet? Did you guys meet, did you audition together actually, or did you only meet when you started filming?
It was a resort, a gay resort.
Was it sandals?
You laugh, but that shit's true.
Sean and I, really loud. Yeah, right? We met at, Troy had us meet each other before, and what do you call that we did?
Like a chemistry test?
Sort of, and put us together, we met at a bar, and then he did his own screen test. We did a screen test on Troy's dime to convince the studio to take us at that point. And so we met there.
Because the studio wanted to meet people, like, you know, I think we were looking at like Mark and like a bunch of big names, but you know, me and Reedus were kind of independent. Yeah, kind of Reedus stuff. We, you know, fell in love with the script. We wanted, so we campaigned hard with the audition process, with the screen test, and lucky enough, we got to do it. You know.
So did you guys work collectively on the backstory for the brothers before you even started filming, or?
Backstory's a bunch of actor shit.
That's my next question.
Yes, we were talking about like subtext and shit.
And your verbs and what?
Yeah. What do you think he was really feeling right now? He was feeling like he wanted to shoot someone. Oh my God, this little girl. And Rock, when we first met Rock, we went up to him in a bar. I was like, "Hey, I'm Sean. This is Norm. What's your name?" And he goes, "Some people call me the Space Cowboy." I was like, "Fucking right on." I got the gangster love here.
That's awesome. So you collectively worked a little bit. How long did it take to film the first one?
It was a month and a little.
Yeah, a month and a half.
Because there's so many obviously action scenes. Did you rehearse those? Did you guys have to do any like firearm training or?
We actually came straight from the airport with our bags to a gun range.
Ah.
Put our bags in the corner and started shooting guns.
That's awesome.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Reedus is from New York, so he had to do some training. Out in Texas.
A shotgun.
They were like, are you familiar with it? I'm like, yeah.
I know a little thing about those.
Yeah.
Jared, hello.
I have a question. Are y'all still currently on probation?
You're my PO, dude. He's the joke. He's my parole officer. He comes up and asks a smart-ass question. Shame on you for that shit.
I need a volunteer to take his urine sample.
I think there's a few in the back.
He's done that before.
Actually, that's another joke. He needs another one because he set 10 people up prior to get my urine sample.
Now,
They're all
folks,
cute, so.
Clara wasn't kidding. If y'all want to ask these gentlemen, these guys, a question, y'all need to be brave, grow a hairy pair, come over here and get in line, and get on this mic. Because otherwise, if y'all have seen me before, I'll talk your ass off all day. And y'all want to hear these guys.
He's not kidding.
All right, there we go.
Not kidding.
Thanks, guys.
All right, the first Rachel.
Claire Kramer! By far the hottest moderator we've ever had. Way hotter than you, buddy. Yes! Although I will say, one Q&A, Rocco said, "I do a leg over it." And it's him. I'm like, whoa. Picking on you today. Stop kidding, Rock. I love you, brother.
Just
All right.
quiet.
Hi guys, I just want to start by saying I love you guys so much. You're like my favorite actors the whole time.
Love you back.
So my question is, as you see, we love you guys very much and we cherish your movie. Is there any movies that you guys cherish like we do?
Of course. Yeah, a whole bunch. My first movie I fell in love with was Midnight Cowboy. It was my, all the cinematography, the acting, the editing all came together as a film. So that was the first one. But I like tons of films. And The Omen was a big film for me as a kid.
Thank you guys.
Hey guys, the characters in the Boondock Saints are really, really cool. Like all of them are really unique and intriguing. And I'm so happy when Rocco made it to the second one, despite what happened in the first. if there is a third one, are we going to see Rocco again? We're going to see you, buddy?
I don't know if there is a Boondock Saints without a Rocco, personally. Watching the movie, he's my favorite character. He has all the cool lines, he says all the shit that I want to say, you know? I can't go to 7-Eleven when I run into the 9 guys, you fuck, you know? Is it dead? I love his character, man, so I personally can't see it.
Thanks, guys.
Claire, can I get your number? I'll give it to you later. She's listening to me on the way in. It's cool.
Sean, is there any chance we're gonna get to see you on Walking Dead?
Yeah!
Norman again? Yeah! That's what we want. We want to see you guys together.
Yeah, I think it would almost be like too much of a novelty. You know what I mean? It's like, you know.
No, I mean, I know that everybody in the Walking Dead crew is a big fan, so I hope so.
And how amazing is Walking Dead?
Yeah!
Did you read the comics before you were cast in the series?
You know, I didn't. I started blowing up on them after I got that job, and then I put them down because I didn't want to know.
Yeah.
I see Andy as Rick Grimes and so forth, and I kind of want to. It's on the animal now.
Dude, I got a question. I heard that, as you guys know, his character wasn't in the comic, but I heard that they're now going to put him in the comics.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Yes, ma'am.
First I wanted to say thank you for being here because I know Norman especially was having problems with the schedule. So thank you for getting here and second.
What's her name scheduled? Oh, that was Tina, but that's just me.
She's from England. It's schedule.
Oh, schedule. Schedule. Schedule Villa.
My question was, in the commentary for the first movie, Troy Duffy pretty much confirms that Connor's the older brother. Did he tell you guys that while you were filming, or did you kind of have to figure that out on your own?
I looked at his penis.
I'm dead serious. The first day we were in a urinal like this. And I'm here, we're chatting. And you know, it's common dude code. You just look straight ahead, right? I look over and Reedus is doing this. And he says this in all honesty, he goes, nice dick. Zipped up and the moon walked out of it. All right, I made that part.
I can't moonwalk.
Was filming Boondock Saints 2 with a bigger budget more of a fun experience than filming Boondock Saints 1?
It actually wasn't a bigger budget. It was actually, you know, with inflation and everything, it was about the same.
How was working with Ron Jeremy?
The requisite question for any dude, you know, you work with Ron Jeremy, you end up sitting in your chair on the set and you end up having to talk to him and ask him the questions like, the fuck is it like, dude? What'd you do in high school? I mean, the chick must be petrified, right? Right? And you know, so everybody asked like, Ron, like, really, dude, how big is it? And Ron Jeremy's favorite thing, he goes, it's 2 inches. From the floor! And as a rap gift, this is what Ron Jeremy gave me. Do you want to? I don't know. Oh, he gave me. It was the year that, like, I don't know. It was the year that they came out, like the foreign toy companies came out with a life-size mold of his Jimmy Johnson's. And so he writes on it. It's in the plastic. Keep up the hard work, Ron. And he hands it to me, and he goes, and that's authentic. It's a mold. Vascular, everything's detailed correct. I'm like, it is, and I confirm, it's like, sit down. What the fuck is that? He gave it to us, still have it, in the plastic.
He's a funny guy though. He did Rules of Attraction with us. He just did a little cameo way back, you know, I think probably around the same time between Dog Saints. No. But
Isn't he the crazy, like, yeah.
Oh, maybe he is, yeah.
Actresses, they like clock in, clock out, they're like Cliffy or whatever.
Back then he kept everything longhand, so I wonder if he's advanced in technology. A spiral notebook with everyone he'd ever met, his phone number, address, you know, it was his a nice guy though.
He was a super, super nice guy.
Yeah, super nice guy. And Julie Benz in the second one. I was working with Julie.
I bet Ron loved you.
Yeah.
Not in that way though.
Yeah, but why don't you tell us a Ron story?
Well, I just did.
Yeah, we have a nice.
That's all I got.
We're like talking about chicks with you, he'd be like, hey, everybody.
All right, I think we'll take a next question.
Let's keep your this line of questioning. We stick with this.
Okay, yes.
Rocco, how's the finger? No, real quick, the party scene in the first one where the cat gets it. That seemed like such an organic kind of, like you guys were really having a good time. Was there some real partying going on there? If not, have you guys ever kind of let your hair down together, kind of have a real life version?
We're all professionals. I mean, when they called rap, we'd go home to our requisite hotel rooms. We'd get a good night's sleep, and we'd wake up and we'd really perform. And obviously, we'd make phone calls and we'd discuss the subtext. Because at the end of the day, we're thespians. Fucking of course.
Was that scene itself, like, you guys really partying?
We had meetings at the Brass Rail.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's a Peeler bar in Toronto. The only people that gave it a what are like two chicks.
But that scene, it seemed like it was improvised, a lot of it. Maybe that's kind of what you were saying. Was it, or did Troy like insist you stick? The party scene around the table before.
But then, what we did is we had an air cannon for that scene that you're talking about where we blow up the cat. Oddly enough, some people come up and meet me, they're like, did you guys really kill a cat?
Like, no.
I'm like, yeah, we had 5 of them, and we ended up using the brown tabby. Shame, his name was Fluffos. But we had this air cannon, and we filled it with all kind of shit like spaghetti, and like, it was like cigarette butts, spaghetti, it was all kind of lewd shit, and it was and we tested it, me and Duffy. Were you there when we tested it? We were like, me and Duffy were out by the river, shooting shit into the river, because it was an air cannon, right? You turn dudes with an air cannon, you gotta launch shit away, right? So on the day, and it made a horrific noise, like an 8-gauge shotgun. So on the day, Rocco comes, he goes, is it gonna make a noise? I was like, no, Rocco. You're gonna have to really act like it's really loud. And I told Duffy and everything. So on the day, when he slams his head down and we go off, it's literally boom! And Rocco's like, God damn it! He was gonna piss himself. I swear to God. Am I making that shit up, Rocco? That shit is true. He was fucking up. So when you see us laughing, we're laughing not in character, we're laughing at fucking Rocco!
They told me to, and Troy goes, don't move. Once you do that, don't move. It blew me right off my fucking chair.
And that's the technique we actually used. When you see us laughing, we're laughing at Rocco. His reaction was 100% authentic. It scared the shit out of him. Who's next?
Okay, well, this question is for all 3 of you. Sorry, I'm shaking right now. But,
Short.
You've all been in really amazing movies, and we all love you, obviously. But when did it really hit you that you guys wanted to be actors and it was what you wanted to do?
When I realized they paid you for doing shit you do free. That's what I wanted to know.
I don't know, I kind of got into it in a different way, but there's a first film I did called Floating, and in the movie my dad is in a wheelchair because something happened, but in real life my dad was in a wheelchair and he was dying, and right before we did a big emotional scene, he's like, how do you want to do this? And I'm like, well, what are my options? Because I'd never been in a film, and he gave me a phone, and I called my real dad, had a little conversation, and he came back in, and I cried so much during the first take that all the snot came out of my nose, which I begged them to use, but they didn't use. After that, I was kind of like, somebody said something to me on the crew, and I was like, oh, this shit's for real. And